Hey guys, welcome back to Habits Bottle Shop on this beautiful day in February. Nice and sunny out here, and just good to be in February because hopefully everybody's over on their dry January run. So we're gonna talk about some tequila on our video, on our segment, and we're gonna talk about tequilas between the ranges of $30 to $40, and then we're gonna do another one with $40 to $60, and so on and so forth. Everybody already knows how I am a big fan of additive-free tequila. So I wanted to talk about and give some ideas and price ranges for $30 to $40 and so on and so forth, because I want people to know that your major brands like Patron or Jose Cuervo or 1800 or all these commercial big time brands are not the only route to go. Additive-free tequila, if you don't want a headache, if you don't want, all these distillers that are adding stuff to make it the flavor that it needs to be, that's not the only route to go anymore. We have tequilas that are naturally additive free. They're naturally aged to go from Blanco to Repo to Añejo to Extra Añejo, all naturally done. And the prices is starting to get to where they're very competitive to some of the bigger competition like Patron or Jose Cuervo, making millions and millions of barrels, to where you got a small guy here only could do 1,000 barrels a year, but now you make it very competitive for big companies because Agave is now becoming very widely available, just like the wine industry. When you have thousands of people, growing grapes and the quality is coming out excellent, now you have a wide selection of nice brewers, nice distillers. So same thing in the tequila world. Agave is becoming very, very accessible and good agave, to where companies like this could actually create a $30 tequila bottle and be additive free and actually taste good. So let's start with some brands that I feel that I've personally tried, and I personally think that it's good $30 to $40 price range. One of my all-time favorites is going to be Tapatio. Tapatio, in the recent year or two, they've really come up on the brand. It's been talked about a lot on other YouTube channels. A couple of my friends, a lot of my friends from YouTube, other channels talk about this. Must-have tequila at all time. You could actually sip this tequila. You could have it as shots. You can mix it and make margaritas and other mixed drinks, but on this particular one, out of some of the other ones that we have here, I sip it. I mean, put it on ice, put it over ice, and I'll have a little sit there and talk about it. So some of my favorite budgeted tequila, also additive free, I was talking about, was Cimarron and Arette. So these guys make a 1 liter bottle, and their blancos go for about $30. Their reposados is around $34. And if you are looking to make, where a lot of people use these tequilas or the lower end tequilas to mix. Well, this is also lower end tequila in the additive free culture, and I feel that like Cimarron, if you're gonna take shots, if you're gonna mix it to make margaritas or put it in, whatever you're gonna put it in, use Cimarron or use Arette. $28 to $30 range on these. You get 1 liter. It's a lot better than using Jose Cuervo or Camarena or Patron, and those prices get up to $40-$50 for their Blanco, for their $750. So in my opinion, additive free tequila, you're not gonna get a hangover, you're not gonna get a headache, you're actually gonna enjoy your drinks and so on and so forth. We're gonna also talk about NOM, and we'll get into that when I'm done talking about these bottles. But NOM, it's something that you should know, and I think it's very important in picking out what tequila you enjoy. Now, you can find this, Tres Agaves, also another additive-free tequila. Should be able to find this anywhere, definitely at Habits Bottle Shop all the time. This is another additive-free, good tequila to use. They actually make a bunch of pre-made margarita mixers and stuff like that, so definitely a good one also to have additive-free, around $39.99, I would say. Actually $30 for a bottle of Tres Agaves. Not a bad price. Additive free tequila. El Bandido, something newer that we brought in. And the only reason I even brought this in was because it was additive free. Their whole line, it's around saying $30, $35 range, and goes up a few extra dollars for Repo, a few extra dollars for their Añejo. Now, this is a little funny one right here. I'm a fan. I've tried this at a bar before, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna bring this in. I really liked it. So I looked it up. And I'm glad I did. By the way, I follow or I download Tequila Matchmaker. You could go on your computer at home and do tequilamatchmaker.com, or get on your Android or iPhone and download from the Play Store and Apple Store and then the Google Play Store. And you could download Tequila Matchmaker app. So funny thing about this one, I really enjoyed it, and I think it's because I tried the Blanco originally at a bar that I saw it at, and so I said, oh cool, next day I come to work and I look it up, and it says it's additive free. So I'm like, okay, great. So initially, anytime you see a Blanco tequila that's additive free, automatically you assume that their Repo and Añejo tequilas are going to be additive free as well, because the process from the Blanco is to put it in a barrel, let it age for a few months, to let it be get the natural flavors from the barrel, and then another barrel to make it, or longer, to get Añejo, so it gets more flavor out and gets darker. So I went ahead and without looking up the Repo and Añejo, and ordered all three of them, because I'm like, well, this is additive free, so the others have to be as well. Well, was I wrong? Just the other day, I was standing here and I had nothing else better to do in my life. I said, oh, let me check on these tequilas. So I happened to pick up the Repo of this and check it on Tequila Matchmaker. And Lord, truth be told, it's not additive free. And I was like, what? That's impossible. I did some more research. I took the bottle of Añejo, looked it up on Tequila Matchmaker. It's not additive free. So then I was just bummed. I was like, oh man, because this tequila is so good. The price is so good. But unfortunately, they are adding additives to the Repo and to the Añejo to get it to the flavor or get it to the color that it needs to be, which I'm against. But their Blanco, it's natural. It's not, as you can see, you probably can't see on this camera this close, but it picks up it's a little bit different color in the Blancos. And it's, that's all from natural distilling and natural agave flavors and stuff. So Siempre, their Blanco is additive free, and it's a very good price. It's $40, additive free tequila. You could definitely sip this tequila. You could mix it, you could take shots with it, chill it. It's excellent tequila. But now that I found out that Repo and Añejo is not additive free, so I don't recommend those, but I do recommend their Blanco tequila. It's excellent stuff. One more left, which is the Pasote. Pasote tequila is excellent. It is also at a $40 price range, additive free, 750 ml. Definitely a good sipping tequila from, of course, Jalisco, Mexico. And there's another one that you should have at your bar. So, we got a couple of separations like Tapatio, Pasote, you could use for just sipping. Also for mixing, but I recommend using it for sipping. All these other ones, Arette, Cimarron. By the way, Cimarron is owned by the Camarena family, and it is from the 1146 NOM. Now, a lot of people that don't know about NOMs. So NOMs are like destinations or areas of Mexico where the Mexican government has given them a section number, which they call it NOM. So by all legality, anything that comes out of Mexico, any tequila that comes out of Mexico, or any mezcals that comes out of Mexico, have to have a NOM number. So if you ever look close, every tequila is gonna have a NOM 1146. This is 1146. Now, what I usually tell my customers is try a bunch of different tequilas from different NOMs and see which one hits your tasting profile, hits your taste bud the best. And then when you come back to try something different, look for that NOM. So for example, you came and tried the Cimarron and it's 1146. Now you come back to me the next time, you're like, hey Ben, or hey Rahim, I wanna try something different from 1146 because I really like the flavor. of 1146. The other NOMs, 1109 or 1150 or 1414, it's too peppery for me, or too sweet for me, or it's too tastes like just high alcohol. But I like the 1146. This is what I like, so we'll look for something with 1146 because that's what you're gonna enjoy all the time. So keep that in mind next time you go. I know a lot of people don't know what NOM is. A lot of people probably didn't even know that every bottle has to have a NOM number. Try out these tequilas, see what suits your taste bud the best, and then stick with that. I'm not saying don't try anything else. Of course, try all of them. They're all excellent. If you're just an agave lover like me, I enjoy it all. I enjoy all NOMs. I enjoy all tequilas. There are tequilas out there. You get more bitterness or more flavor from agave, and people are not used to that. But as you get going in the agave and the tequila industry, you'll see that it's good stuff. Agaves are good. There's a lot of love and dedication put into this stuff, and companies, smaller companies like these, they put a lot of dedication, a lot of love to making this additive-free tequila until they become big, of course. Like Casamigos. I used to drink that stuff so much. I used to enjoy it. When it got sold, they started adding additive, so now it's off my list. I don't drink that stuff anymore. But we'll definitely we'll be right back. We're gonna change things up. We're gonna bring some more new bottles for you. What I feel that is must-haves and additive-free tequilas. We're gonna do from $40 and up now, and keep on following.